Welcome back to the Story of Liberty. This is your host, John Bona. You know, when Charles Spurgeon became pastor of the New Park Street Baptist Church in Newington Butts, London in 1854, he amazed the entire area by his great ability as a boy preacher. There's no doubt in England the greatest preacher of the century was Charles Spurgeon. As a youth, Spurgeon became a minister near Cambridge, and he was only 17 years of age. A couple years later, he became a pastor of a small church that was not really doing well, and instantly he leaped into the public arena. The London streets became blocked with traffic in the neighborhood where his chapel was and wherever else he preached. It seemed like there was another George Whitefield on the horizon. The buildings were too small to hold his congregations, and in 1861 the Metropolitan Tabernacle was erected. 6,000 people could fill the seats to capacity every week. During the years of 1855 to 1892, a sermon was preached by Spurgeon. Afterwards, it was printed and sold in very large quantities. So large was the stock of unpublished sermons when the preacher died that this weekly issue of publication continued for another 25 years. He had a monthly magazine called The Sword and the Trowel. He had books by the dozens and had a large commentary on the book of Psalms called the Treasury of David. He founded and maintained an orphanage and a college for the training of ministers and preachers. Even at the present time, the entire series of his sermons is available in America. Spurgeon was a Calvinist in doctrine. Some have called him the last of the Puritans, but the phrase Puritanism is simply another name for vital godliness. During the reign of Queen Victoria, Sunday service at Spurgeon's was one of the attractions of London. During the latter part of his ministry, Spurgeon did not enjoy good health, and at certain times he had to spend the winter months on the Riviera. He died at the age of 57, and the entire nation lamented that his voice was stilled. It may almost be said that he worked himself to death. His activities were endless, and his reputation as a preacher of worldwide influence remained unsurpassed and undiminished to the end. Nor has influence passed away. Spurgeon's work follow him even to this day.